Most people believe that kidney disease happens to someone else, someone who is seriously ill, someone who has obvious symptoms, someone who feels sick enough to know something is wrong. But after more than 25 years of caring for older adults, I've learned something that surprises many of my patients. Some of the most significant kidney problems begin quietly. No warning, no pain, no obvious symptoms. And here's what nobody tells you. One of the most common kidney health mistakes seniors make every single day often feels completely normal. In fact, many people believe they're doing nothing wrong at all. Yet over time, this hidden mistake can place unnecessary stress on one of the hardest working organs in the body. If you value your independence, your energy, and your long-term health, this is a conversation worth having. My name is Dr. Michael Anderson, and I have spent more than 25 years caring for patients with chronic health conditions, including kidney disease. Throughout my career, I have noticed a pattern. Many patients who eventually develop kidney problems are not reckless. They are not careless. Most are thoughtful people trying to take care of themselves. Yet they often overlook small habits that seem harmless, but gradually affect kidney health over time. That's why today's topic matters, because awareness allows us to make better decisions before problems develop. Before we discuss the hidden mistake itself, let's take a moment to understand why the kidneys are so important. Think of your kidneys as the body's natural filtration system. Every day, they filter waste products from your blood, help balance fluids, regulate minerals, support healthy blood pressure, and contribute to many other essential functions. Imagine the water filter in your home. If it becomes clogged or overworked, it doesn't fail overnight. The process is gradual. At first, everything seems fine. Then small problems begin to appear. The kidneys work in much the same way. They often continue functioning even when they are under stress. That's both remarkable and dangerous. Remarkable because they are resilient. Dangerous because problems can develop quietly for years before they become obvious. Now let's talk about the hidden kidney health mistake millions of seniors make every day. Assuming that if they feel fine, their kidneys must be fine too. This belief is incredibly common, and honestly, it makes sense. Most of us judge our health by how we feel. If we have energy, if we're sleeping reasonably well, if we're not in pain, we assume everything is working properly. There is some truth in that. Feeling well is certainly a positive sign. But here's where things become interesting. The kidneys can lose a significant amount of function before causing noticeable symptoms. I've had patients sit across from me and say, "Doctor, I feel completely fine." Then their blood tests reveal moderate kidney impairment. They weren't ignoring symptoms. There simply weren't any obvious symptoms to notice. Research has consistently shown that early kidney disease often goes undetected precisely because it develops silently. The safer alternative is not to rely solely on how you feel. Regular checkups and routine blood work can reveal important information long before symptoms appear. Were you aware that kidney disease can progress quietly for years without obvious warning signs? But that's only part of the story. The next mistake is surprisingly common and affects many people who are genuinely trying to manage pain and stay active. Over-the-counter pain relievers. Medications like ibuprofen and similar products can be very effective. They help people stay mobile. They reduce discomfort. They improve quality of life. There is nothing inherently wrong with using them occasionally when appropriate. The hidden issue arises when they are used frequently over long periods without medical supervision. What many people don't realize is that some pain medications can reduce blood flow to the kidneys. Over time, especially in older adults, this can place additional strain on these vital organs. I remember a patient in his early 70s who regularly took pain relievers for knee discomfort. He assumed that because they were available without a prescription, they were completely harmless. What happened next surprised even him. Routine testing revealed declining kidney function. After reviewing his medication habits and making adjustments with his healthcare team, we were able to reduce further stress on his kidneys. Have you ever considered how your daily medications might affect your kidney health? Another hidden mistake involves dehydration. Most people associate dehydration with extreme situations, hot weather, intense exercise, severe illness. Yet mild dehydration is surprisingly common among older adults. As we age, our sense of thirst often becomes less reliable. Many people simply don't feel thirsty even when their bodies need fluids. To be fair, hydration is not about forcing yourself to drink excessive amounts of water. Balance matters. But chronic underhydration can make the kidneys work harder than necessary. One patient told me she rarely drank water because she didn't feel thirsty and wanted to avoid frequent trips to the bathroom. She was shocked to learn how this habit could affect kidney health over time. Small habit, big consequences. Have you noticed that you drink less water now than you did years ago? The next mistake may be one of the most overlooked: ignoring blood pressure. Many seniors understand that blood pressure affects the heart, but fewer realize how closely it affects the kidneys. Healthy kidneys depend on healthy blood vessels. When blood pressure remains elevated over time, those delicate vessels can become damaged. Here's the challenging part. High blood pressure often has no symptoms, just like kidney disease itself. This creates a situation where two silent conditions can gradually affect each other. I once cared for a gentleman who felt perfectly healthy despite years of uncontrolled blood pressure. He was stunned when tests revealed both kidney damage and cardiovascular concerns. Fortunately, treatment helped stabilize his condition. But it served as an important reminder that numbers matter, even when symptoms are absent. How often do you check your blood pressure? Now let's discuss another common mistake: assuming that aging alone explains every health change. This is something I see frequently. A person notices swelling in their ankles. They feel more tired than usual. They wake up more often at night. They simply tell themselves, "I'm getting older." And yes, aging does bring changes. That's normal. But not every change should be automatically dismissed. The kidneys often communicate through subtle signs: mild swelling, changes in urination patterns, unexplained fatigue, or difficulty concentrating may deserve attention. One patient delayed seeking evaluation for nearly a year because he believed his symptoms were simply part of aging. The underlying issue turned out to be early kidney disease. The good news is that early detection allowed for meaningful intervention. Have you ever assumed a symptom was normal aging without discussing it with a healthcare professional? Here's where things become especially important. Diabetes remains one of the leading contributors to kidney disease worldwide. Yet many people underestimate the connection. Blood sugar management isn't just about preventing diabetes complications in general. It's also about protecting the kidneys. Excess glucose in the bloodstream can gradually damage the kidney's filtering system. Not overnight, slowly, quietly. One of my patients described it perfectly. She said, "I thought I was managing my blood sugar well enough." Unfortunately, her numbers suggested otherwise. Once we identified the issue, she worked closely with her healthcare team, improved her habits, and significantly reduced future risk. The lesson wasn't perfection. The lesson was awareness. Were you aware of how closely blood sugar and kidney health are connected? As we continue, I want to share a story that has stayed with me over the years. A 74-year-old retired teacher came to my office for a routine appointment. She felt fine. No major complaints, no alarming symptoms. During our discussion, she casually mentioned feeling slightly more tired in the afternoons and noticing mild ankle swelling. Nothing dramatic. Most people would have ignored it. We decided to perform routine blood tests. The results revealed early kidney dysfunction. Because we identified the issue early, we were able to make practical changes. We reviewed her medications, improved her hydration habits, optimized her blood pressure management, and monitored her kidney function regularly. Years later, her kidney health remained stable. What made the difference? Not a miracle treatment, not an extreme intervention. Early awareness. So what practical steps can you take today? First, don't assume that feeling fine means everything is fine. Regular checkups remain one of the most powerful tools for protecting kidney health. Second, review your medications with your healthcare provider, including over-the-counter products. Third, pay attention to hydration and develop consistent habits that work for your lifestyle. Fourth, monitor blood pressure and blood sugar if recommended by your doctor. Fifth, pay attention to changes in your body, even subtle ones. Ask yourself, have I noticed changes in urination? Am I experiencing unusual fatigue? Is swelling becoming more common? These questions may seem simple, but they can provide valuable clues. I want to leave you with one final success story. A gentleman in his late 60s came to see me after learning that his kidney function was beginning to decline. He felt discouraged. He assumed the situation would only worsen. Together, we reviewed his habits. We discussed hydration, blood pressure control, physical activity, nutrition, and medication management. Nothing extreme, just small, sustainable changes. Over the following year, he became more engaged in his health than ever before. His blood pressure improved. His kidney function stabilized. Most importantly, he regained confidence. He realized that even when we cannot control everything, we can often influence more than we think. That lesson has stayed with me ever since. If there is one message I hope you remember from today's discussion, it is this. Kidney health is shaped more by daily awareness than by dramatic moments. The small habits we overlook often become the biggest influences on our future health. Awareness creates opportunities. Opportunities to ask questions. Opportunities to make changes. Opportunities to protect the independence and quality of life that matter so much as we age. Today we discussed several hidden kidney health mistakes, including relying solely on symptoms, overusing certain pain medications, neglecting hydration, ignoring blood pressure, dismissing changes as normal aging, and overlooking the importance of blood sugar control. None of these habits make someone careless. They make someone human. The important thing is recognizing them and making informed decisions moving forward. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these kidney health mistakes surprised you the most? Is there a habit you've recently changed to support your health? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because your experience may help someone else. And if you found this information helpful, consider sharing this video with a friend or loved one. Sometimes a simple conversation can make a lasting difference. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of yourself. Stay curious, stay informed, and remember, the healthiest futures are often built one small decision at a time.